The Alaskan cruise season is underway, and despite the CDC getting their way once again, cruising is ramping up throughout the country. Those stories and more next on the Cruise News Week in Review. Hey everyone, I'm Mark, and this is The Cruise World. Now, our channel is all about cruising, with ship tours, vlogs, parodies, and a whole lot more. So if you like living that cruise life, you're in the right spot. Make sure you grab your free subscription by hitting that red button right down there. Now let's get into the news. Earlier this week, Royal Caribbean's Serenade of the Seas set sail from Seattle and became the first big cruise ship in Alaska in over 2 years. Mark Tamas, Senior Vice President of Hotel Operations for Royal Caribbean International, said, "It's exciting to see hundreds of travelers with their families back in Seattle to cruise to Alaska again." As Serenade of the Seas embarks on the first Alaska sailing since September of 2019, it also marks another key milestone for Royal Caribbean and the industry, the return of cruising on the West Coast. There are 83 scheduled voyages from Seattle's Pier 91 to Alaska this year, which will bring an estimated $4.2 million to the local economy of Seattle and will help to revive the decimated tourism industry in Alaska. And yesterday, Carnival Corporation held a celebration at the Port of Seattle to mark the return of cruising in the U.S. for two of their brands. President of Princess Cruises Jan Schwartz and Holland America Line President Gus Antorka were on hand, along with Carnival Corporation President Arnold Donald for the festivities. Holland America kicks off their Alaska season today with the New Amsterdam, and the Majestic Princess sails out tomorrow. Each of those ships plans to operate 10 cruises from Seattle through September. You may remember that back in June, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis appeared to have won his legal battle against the government when a judge ruled that they would not be able to enforce the conditional sail order after July 18th. But the case was appealed by the CDC, and earlier this week, the U.S. Court of Appeals voted to stay the judge's decision just minutes before the deadline. So for now, the CSO remains in place. But as you know, the cruise lines are finding ways to operate, and they're slowly starting to bring their fleets back online. And two more ships completed their simulated voyages, or test cruises, this week: the Disney Dream and the MSC Meraviglia. Now, the companies will wait to get approved for a conditional sailing certificate, and that will allow them to operate with less than 95% vaccinated guests on board. Now, many cruise operators, such as Disney, have a brand that really caters to children and families, so they feel that this is the best option for them at this time. Carnival brand ambassador John Heald announced this week which ships would be returning to service in September and October. The Carnival Glory will sail from New Orleans starting September 5th, the Pride from Baltimore on September 12th, and the Dream will sail from Galveston starting September 19th. In October, Miami will welcome the Conquest back on the 8th and Freedom on the 9th. The Elation will sail from Port Canaveral on October 11th, and finally, the Sensation will resume service on October 21st from Mobile, Alabama. And Carnival Corporation announced this week that they expect to have 65% of their fleet sailing by the end of 2021 across their 9 brands. Now, nearly half that capacity is represented by ships home porting right here in the U.S. And leading the way is Carnival Cruise Line, which envisions their entire fleet of 24 ships to be sailing by the end of the year. Last weekend, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson relaxed restrictions by ending the mask mandate and other measures. But on Monday, the CDC raised its travel warning for the UK to 4, its highest level. The very high warning advises Americans not to travel to the UK, and if they do, advised that they be fully vaccinated. The CDC website states that because of the current situation, even fully vaccinated travelers may be at risk for getting and spreading the COVID-19 variants. In conjunction with the opening of bookings for Valiant Lady's inaugural voyages this week, Virgin Voyages has unveiled its mermaid design for its second cruise ship. Virgin said the inspiration for the Valiant Lady's new mermaid embodies the spirit of the sea. Emblazoned on the bow of the ship, Valiant Lady's new Black Mermaid captures the energy of a woman moving confidently towards her dreams. Valiant Lady is scheduled to hit the water next spring, sailing from the UK to various islands and cities in Europe. There was a sell-off across the stock market earlier this week amid COVID-19 Delta variant fears. That hit the cruise operator stocks hard, but the market rebounded, setting fresh records at close yesterday. And despite a slight dip for all three on Friday, the cruise stocks all finished up from last week's closing bell. Royal Caribbean is up 7.1%, finishing at $77.72 a share. Carnival Corporation and PLC climbed almost 5% to close at $21.96 a share. And Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings closed at $24.87 a share, a gain of 7.2 from last week's closing. Quick and simple this week, and hey, that's the way we like it. Less bad news and more fun cruise videos. If you haven't seen our latest parody called Pier Runner, you should check that out, as well as our Vista vlogs, which started rolling out this week. Double check to make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell on. And I'm not sure what the like button did to you, but go ahead and hit it. But most of all, remember, life is short and cruising is fun. We'll see you next time.